On the table today, the Smurfs Micro Village Papa Smurf and Smurfette Deluxe pack. I was surprised to find this pack as I didn't think it existed, but it must have because here it is. I found a great deal at Target, obviously, for $9.98, and look, it has a push and go Snail. I haven't seen that with the other sets, so pretty excited. If you're only going to get one set, this is the set to get, as you're going to get a couple Smurfs houses, a nice little path, a little river piece, and a bridge. That's just pretty much all you're going to need. But if you're like me and you're building an empire, then it's just another wedge in the piece of tiles. And you can see some more Series 2 stuff down here. This is the Papa Smurf set I was originally looking for. It had a nice little gate and his house. So now I'm not so sure if I will be looking for that set or not, because it looks like I'm covered here with his house and that moving snail. Outside of the box, you can see that this set is loaded with stuff. Even if it's not on clearance, it's probably worth it. You've got 3 nice road pieces, another working bridge piece over a river, another straight river piece, 2 houses. One is Papa Smurf's. It's a little basic. I wish it had a chimney or something on it, but it still has that signature red roof. And a Smurfette house, which is my second Smurfette house, but it's one of the better ones as it has this upper deck here and it's painted pretty well with opening heart-shaped door, and they both have that little patented Smurf throw rug. And now we also have the snail, which is a really neat feature. I haven't seen that with the other sets, so that's going to be fun to ride through town. And of course, Papa Smurf and Smurfette. The set also comes with a really nice backdrop. The other sets, I wasn't able to use this very well, but this might work really well in setting up behind your sets. The set also has a bunch of cardboard cutouts, which make the box look great, but you can't really do much. This little guy on a boat actually might work, and this little bench with some flowers you might be able to put in, but everything else is kind of just box art. The Smurfs included are Papa Smurf with his trademark red hat, red pants, and white beard. Finally, I have a leader for the Smurf village. And Smurfette, which is kind of a repeat for me, and she's pretty much the same, although I noticed just a slight difference in her smile. This set has kind of an open grin going, and this Smurfette has a tongue kind of sticking out. So just some little tiny differences, probably just the paint department getting bored. And then the great snail here, 3-wheeled snail, rolls fairly well as he tips over, and you're gonna peg on top. Man, I can't hold on to these Smurfs. And pop in Papa Smurf here, and you can then go about rolling him through the village. Really nice piece here. It's too bad more snails weren't included, or animals for that matter, but maybe we will see more if these toys continue to be made.
I hate expanding Smurf Village.
So now I have to figure out how I'm going to add some of these new tiles in. I think I'm just going to skip on the second Smurfette house, as there really only needs to be one. And for now, I might skip on this bridge piece too, as I already have one going. So I'm just going to expand the city though with that new road. I think that'll work pretty neat. And bring in my earthquake here. And place the new road over here. And that way I'll have some more room. I also just realized I already had a red roofed house. Must have been the other Smurfette house. I can't remember, I'm getting confused. So that's kind of funny. So I kind of have 2 Papa Smurf houses, if you want to call it that. But that kind of works. That kind of spreads things out a little bit. I'm going to take this extra river piece here and just place it over here to continue my river out of town. So I have 2 more road pieces. I've got a road with a sign that points to the bridge, but since I'm just using one bridge and I've got that sign here, it's kind of pointless. So I'm just going to put it over here maybe still. It doesn't have to be perfect. This will give me a chance to do a nice little kind of a circle thing going, and that's kind of fun. I like that. And okay, I think what I'll do is remove this. Then I'm going to take my flower patch. Put this here, which is kind of cool. It's central located. I'm going to put, I think this is Brainy Smurfs on the corner, which you can't see now. And there we go. And then I'm going to place Smurfberry Farm over here, kind of away from poor Baker Smurf. And then I'm going to place the treasure over here, and I kind of like that. That is what I'm going to do. Pulling back a little bit, here is the village I like to call home. Now we can place some Smurfs again. Good old Pirate Smurf by his treasure. And Miller Smurf by the mill. And Clockwork can kind of go over here in the corner by his house. And we've got Baker, Cook, Cookie, Greedy Smurf, whatever you want to call him, over there. Now we have Handy Smurf, and he can kind of be near Clockwork Smurf by his house. You've got Smurfette over by her house and her flower patch. And I opened up a Jokey Smurf from one of the 3 packs, so he is now welcome to travel and torment and terrorize the village. And we have Grumpy Smurf as well. He can kind of hang out in front of Papa Smurf's temporary residence to tell him what he thinks of Smurf Village. And we can put Papa Smurf down finally to rule over the village and tell everybody what to do. And of course, finally, we can place Brainy Smurf on his bouncing log. Don't forget the snail. So now what we're going to do is put, let's put Jokey on the snail. And we can now ride our snail through Smurf Village. Oh. Oh, you got snails all over the Smurf berries. Oh dear. Snail might just hang out in the river and get some water.
Thanks for watching Squirrel Stampede.